Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Constant Agitation, a weekly podcast. I'm your host Jimmy, as always, joined by Eva.
Hi guys, how's it going this Friday?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
A little bit hectic Friday, up and down, going and doing some stuff, but good now, sitting here and relaxing with you guys, which is always nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this every week, and we're so happy for everybody who joins us live. If you're listening to this in audio format, if you're free on, well, not anymore. How about we start with this announcement?
Yeah, we should also repeat it in the end, but let's start with that.
Yeah,
nice.
We were talking about this. We usually do this every Friday around this time. Today we're a little bit late. We were having some audio issues. Good thing we caught them before the stream starts.
Yeah.
So we don't have another incident. But we were talking about this. We were thinking about maybe doing it every Tuesday from now on rather than Friday. Tuesdays are usually slow. Fridays are gonna be, hopefully, with more people, getting vaccinated and all that stuff, and life getting back to normal. People usually go out on Fridays.
Yes.
When we were most people were living in quarantine, we thought that Fridays was a good choice because Fridays are usually fun, but we were all like
stuck at home.
But nowadays, everybody wants to go out. We want to go out. We know you want to go out on a Friday evening.
Shoot some photos, maybe.
Of course.
Steal some light.
Yes. And as you can see, we're lit up by daylight here in Sweden. We do have a key light on the other side, but it is looking like a fill light, at least on my face.
That's so much. And it's such a weird weather. It was completely overcast and pouring cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Like when I came home at 5, and now it's so sunny. So
it is. The sun is coming out. It's clear, almost, slightly cloudy. What was I saying? Oh, hey, Tim. Yeah, the beard will come back. Actually, I've been trimming it, so it's it's not growing at full speed, but I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to stay presentable here on YouTube. Yeah, what else we were supposed to say? Tuesdays from now on, at least. We're going to try out next Tuesday.
Not this coming Tuesday next week, but like in a week and 3 days from now. Yeah. So, and we are thinking that we will be coming live between 7 and 7:30. So we have a little bit of a window there.
I think this was more like, we weren't always on time on 7.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were earlier, sometimes more often we were a bit
There's
after.
always something that comes up when it comes to computers and sound equipment and everything, and it's just there's only so much earlier you can start, right?
Yeah, and I'd rather start late and have a stream that goes all the way to the end than rush it in the beginning and drop it halfway through or something happening. But yeah, we hope you can hear us all fine. And by the way, we're streaming in Full HD. Eva was checking on her computer. For some reason, it gave her a lower resolution. So if the resolution is less than optimal for you, double check your settings. Make sure you select 1080p. And I always forget to mention this, but I should say that all of our videos, including this stream, are optimized to watch on smartphones as well.
Yes.
So like you can always do the pinch to zoom thingy, and it will not crop the top and bottom, but it will fill up your screen better.
Because of the aspect ratios. Yeah. It's really cool actually when I got to know that.
Yeah.
So you can just like boom.
But with all the technical stuff out of the way, I think everything is out of the way. What do you think? What's going on this week? Well, should I start?
You can start, yes.
All right. I discovered Clubhouse, and I don't know how I feel about this discovery. I mean, it's an interesting app, and I don't think I can characterize it. But I don't know if I can characterize it in one way, because the app is so different depending on which room, and I think this can be set to any social media app. Like, for example, it could be me and let's say, I don't know, a family member. If we both go to Instagram, we'll see a completely different feed. So Clubhouse is the same, and it will be different for every user, but still your personal user experience will vary widely because like the rooms, they just show up and I have no control over them.
Let's maybe explain what Clubhouse is, because I'm not sure that everybody might know exactly. It's a little bit of a crazy town, and people have like this, Clubhouse is such an exclusive social media because you need to have an invitation to get in and stuff like that. So I assume a lot of people that might not be in, so not know how it works.
Before I forgot, if you are interested at any point, I have 2 invitations that I don't need.
And I have 5.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have a few, but I want to reserve some for a few friends who I think might be interested. But if you're watching and you're interested, DM me and I will give you an invitation. First come, first served. So if you DM me and I say, hey, I'm out, it means because somebody else asked first. You can DM me on Instagram. Sorry, interrupted you.
What was I saying? Yeah, that how does the Clubhouse work?
So basically, it's a voice chat app that you can only use voice, right? People also use images, but you can't send an image. You can only change your profile picture. So like I've been in rooms with like famous photographers or not necessarily famous, but experienced photographers, all like talking about images and stuff. And then the way they want to show me their image or like to show the room their image, they change their profile picture. And you're looking at this, I think I double checked online. It's 180 by 180.
It's really not the best
pixels photo. And so I'm like, all right, at least like, you know, I was talking to like a really famous, or in the room of a really famous photographer, and he was showing us images and talking about him. So I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I appreciate the chance to hear it from him.
Yeah.
But still, I would rather.
It's not the best visual experience, right?
Yeah. But it's not just about photography or arts. It's about anything you can think of.
Anything
basically.
In the world.
Yeah, you can start a room even when you just join. But there's also clubs, which are like Facebook groups, kind of.
Yeah.
And then if you are a member of this club, you can start a room under the umbrella
within the club.
Yeah. So like I was invited to a few clubs, and as soon as I did that, now I see that I can just start a room inside that club, and it will ping all the people who are members.
Yeah.
But it will also show for other people who are interested in the topic.
All right. How does Clubhouse know that or do that? Because of previews of things?
You can go in and put your interests.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I get random clubs because I have photography in my interests. And so like I can decide if I want to join them or not. But the other thing is that there are so many rooms that I'm not interested in.
So many random things.
Right? Like rooms like in Japanese and in Farsi. Like languages that I can't even speak.
I know.
And I'm like, I
why are you
them.
selecting this for me? Yeah, right?
That's fine. It's random, right? But then I delete them. But then they show up again. And for now, there's no way that you can clean that up.
That's a bit annoying.
It's annoying. But yeah, other than that, it's... and I think if you Google, like, if you, I think the best way, if you are new on Clubhouse, this is the way at least that I found it, is that Tim, no, it's not for photography only. And I don't know why it does crop on your screen. Maybe I need to do some extra testing. He's talking about the aspect ratio. It crops. Maybe you have a
different aspect ratio on your screen.
Super long and thin phone. I don't know. But I'll double check. Not trying to accuse you of anything. But yeah, it's not photography only, but there's a lot of photographers on it. Like our time zone from this time onward until like 7 a.m. There are people talking about photography on there. So, and it's nice, but you know, like it's everything that, I mean, people who know me already, they know how I feel about people, and everything with people is
and a lot of random people.
You know, it's prone to error, human error.
What kind of rooms did you go into this week of trying out Clubhouse?
I did go into some rooms talking about NFTs, and I still don't understand anything. Like, look, here's my opinion about NFTs. I think NFTs are nonsense.
Yeah, pyramid scheme, some people call them.
Maybe, because look, if you are, hold on, maybe I phrased that wrong. I think people are trying so many things with NFTs, and some of these things are cool. yesterday there was a room that was an auction room.
Yeah.
And there was this guy, he's a poet, and he's doing like a poetry read with video and music and
3D poetry,
virtual reality.
Yeah.
So he makes virtual reality videos, and he reads poetry for you, and then you can hear it while you have the virtual reality goggles. So it's like a multi-sensory experience, and I think it's
really cool.
That's cool, and that's the kind of things that would work as an NFT.
And apparently he was doing it before NFTs existed. This is something that he just thought all these kind of things that he's interested in, putting them together in a new experience for an audience. And then NFT came out. It's like, oh, this product really goes very well with that particular concept.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
But when it comes to photography, like just photography or painting or stuff like that, like I think Instagram or all of these social media or online art presence, so all of the images, rather, if they were photographs or photos of paintings, are just a way for you to see it, to preview it. They're all just previews. The best thing they can do is be a cool screensaver.
It's not the final product in a sense.
At least the way I see it, the print is the real art piece, is when you get a print and you put it there. Yes, photography can be used in many different ways. Like it can be used in an article, it can be used to tell a story. It's nice to enjoy it on Instagram, but again, I feel like those are like previews or dumbed down, or not dumbed down, but like less, what's the word that I'm looking for? Inferior versions of the real thing, which is a print. I think a print is the ultimate form of a photograph. If we're talking about something in the realm of art
product,
you know what I mean. So anybody who's doing anything that is not commercial, because commercial is a commercial, and you're gonna see it online because that's where most commercials live right now. You're either gonna see it on TV, or on a billboard in the street, or on your phone or your computer. That's where you see commercials. And photographs are used for that reason. But I don't think anybody's buying commercials as NFTs unless they were like iconic commercials. So like if Budweiser was like, oh, we're going to auction the Waza commercials. Do you remember those? And so like, I want to buy the original one and stuff like that. So in that way, I think it's cool. But that's the thing. I think it's nonsense when I said that in the beginning. For us, as photographers who are trying to maybe sell prints or, get recognition for our work, I don't think, if you're selling, more power to you, but I don't know how long lasting it is. I think for somebody who's already established, like I know Tyler Shields was selling a video of making of a photograph, or like a high-speed video of one of Rolls-Royce exploding.
Yeah.
And that's Tyler Shields, like I'm not Tyler Shields. Nobody knows, like none of my images are that famous so that I can sell the
video.
And that's the thing, forget about Tyler Shields. Before that, way back when NFTs just started, Paris Hilton doodled something on her iPad and sold it for $40,000. So, that's the thing. That's where NFT is operating in these super popular people who are just, and their fans who are willing to... They just want
to have a piece of them of any kind,
So, I don't know. I just don't see how it really will translate. And yesterday when I was driving back home, I was in another room on Clubhouse, and there was some agents talking and some really experienced photographers. Like I showed you one of them. Apparently he photographed everybody, like all the
super popular people.
Yeah. I'm not going to say any names anymore. I already dropped one and I didn't mean to. But they were asked about NFTs, and they kind of like shared my opinion. I was just listening in that room, and they were like, if you are a photographer, focus on making prints. If you are an artist who's trying to, grow as an artist and stuff like that, focus on making prints. Do NFTs if you want to, right? But don't really, do whatever you want. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Coming from a point of experience,
Yeah. Personally, regardless of experience, I wouldn't pursue it myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely could be wrong.
In case someone doesn't know, NFTs is basically a new way of purchasing and owning art that is completely based on digital media. So
it's based on cryptocurrency.
And therefore it's like a digital product. So what this does is the blockchain, so it's always traceable, and one piece of this digital product will always be linked to that one item. So you cannot make like thousands of random copies, because then they lose the value. So it's kind of bringing this idea that there is one of a kind, and you can own it and then resell it for whatever price, maybe more value, maybe less value, but that's the one that is actually signed, and you can trace back to the original author through this blockchain technology, can be called. Or
it's kind of like, because crypto is like coins, so like every coin is unique, and when you create an NFT, this is like simplified, this is how I understood it. So I could be wrong again, but this is how it was explained to me by a friend who's into this stuff. He was trying to create some NFTs, and he was asking me if he wants me to give him some of my work to, make NFTs out of it. So I love that comment. CM is saying, come on, internet is a fad, it will go away. Again, look, I understand that, and I'm not really of that mindset that, I don't have resistance to change at all. And you could be like, yeah, sure, the guy with the analog cameras and still shoots film. No, I do that because I like them. I love my digital cameras as the same. But I forgot what I was saying.
About the NFTs.
So the NFTs is basically you take a file, a digital file, and you basically merge it to a coin.
Yeah.
And that's because, so like the same way a bank will validate a coin that is not counterfeit.
Yeah.
The blockchain that Eva was talking about is valid. It's like the bank, basically.
It's the validation of the piece.
Yeah, it validates that coin, and therefore validating the art piece that is attached to it. So I think that's enough about that.
Yeah, so for the Clubhouse, because Tim was saying that, I know I said before I shouldn't get more addicted to my smartphone, but this does sound super interesting. Just comment that it is an opportunity to get to know people, to make connections, and also in a very private, I would say, environment, to be able to talk to people that you wouldn't be able to talk to any other way. Photographers that have a lot of experience, for example, if we talk about our area, we were in a room the other day and I was able to ask a question that I had about my particular photography and my business, because I don't have the people that know about that here around me. We are new to this, we don't really know so much. This allows you to kind of get into the knowledge of other people. People seem to be very nice. I guess it depends on the room you go to, but it seems like everyone is kind of doing their best or trying their best to help other people. And look, the fact that people are giving out their time to be there and to answer people's questions and to share their knowledge, I think that's always like a positive thing. Like always, there's also going to be a lot of people hustling, a lot of people trying to make money out of the situation as well. A lot of people that are going to maybe pressure other people to get to see their content, and it's a little bit of a spammy situation. It makes sense because it's so open, and I think it's that really new platform that still hasn't really defined itself in what it is and could be. It feels to me a little bit, and sometimes the rooms are just a bit like I don't know, support groups for people that just want to share with each other how struggling the situation is and how fed up they are with everything. And other times it's about positive vibes. So I guess there's a little bit of everything. I
mean, these this is, I think the way that you meant it when it's support group, I think it can be like an echo chamber, and sometimes it could be a negative spiral or a positive spiral. There actually were, I came across some rooms when they were talking about mental health.
Yeah.
And then I came across some rooms talking about those rooms negatively. So it's the complete Wild West.
It is a Wild West.
Although there is something interesting. I didn't go into any of these rooms, but they popped up on my thing. where you can practice language. So I think these are cool. Like if you're learning a new language.
But it's like non-stop. I come across a group that it was for Spanish learners, and then it says we have a 10-minute practice room every half hour. That means that around the clock, 24/7, there is someone hosting a room every half hour to do 10-minute practice of a particular language.
There's a room that I frequent recently. It's I'm not gonna talk exactly what it is about. It's about a current world event that is happening. It's humanitarian political conflict that is happening somewhere in the world, and it's very heated. And this room has been on for 6 days right now. It didn't go non-stop.
There's always someone in there talking.
Yeah, and I really enjoy going. I think the mods are doing a great job in that room, and
that's
think
important.
You know what I think? I think that's enough about Clubhouse.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And yeah, Tim, if you change your mind, just text me, because I texted Tim yesterday. I was like, "Hey, you want an invite?"
Okay.
And then he was like, "No, I shouldn't get more addicted." Yeah, man. Look, I support that stance. I'm not trying to change your mind. I wish I could delete my smartphone as a whole, but I know that's not gonna happen. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, it's a hard.
Other than that, we did get a question.
We did get one question. Yes.
I said that I'm gonna remember the name, but
Peter
I forgot.
Film something. Oh, sorry.
Peter Film Photo on Instagram asked if you develop. Right? That was the question.
Yeah.
Yes. The answer is yes. We do develop. We develop everything: E6, C41, and black and white. Not commercially. This is not an ad.
And Vision 3 as well,
and Vision 3. So we develop all our own film. Although I was thinking maybe I should start taking some.
Actually, there was a conversation on Instagram the other day. There was one of these Sweden film accounts that they were asking for people to write their tips and or questions or tricks about the analog community in Sweden, and there was a lot of people asking what is the maximum you would pay for scanning and developing of a role. Where can I do E6, because now Tim from Kalnin doesn't do it anymore, which was the reference lab here in the city that used to do it. So people were saying you had to send it off to Gothenburg, send it to Germany, and I'm like, hey, we're good. I was thinking that we do a good job with our developing runs, and maybe we can now have a super quick turnaround time, or it would be more expensive if you want a quick turnaround time, but why not maybe start helping out people?
I mean, what do you think the turnaround time would be? I don't know, like 3 days?
I mean, if we have one roll of E6 and we have to do a whole turn, like a round with one roll, it's not the same cost per roll if you do 6 at once that if you do one alone. So I don't know, those things have to be thought through.
Yeah, that is true.
Turnaround time could be
same day.
2 days, say same day.
Basically, I can do the thing in the same day. Tim, we are planning to do that. I already filmed something, but then I scrapped the whole thing because
we have something on the making.
I'm an idiot. I am admitting this online right now. We are working on a series about developing film, about doing everything at home, basically. It's gonna include some live streams. It's gonna include tutorials. It's gonna include a lot of things, covering E6 and ECN2 as well. ECN2 in the sense of doing it with ECN or cross-processing with C41. So all of that stuff is coming.
Yes.
Hopefully. But we will do that. And I do have some expired E6 that I'm still yet to shoot.
So much.
Yeah.
You have a lot of it, actually.
I have some expired E6 frozen.
We actually did organize all our film, we have to say. Did we actually mention this a few weeks ago? No. We have really done a good job of putting things in vacuum bags, freezing, having a little bit of everything also in the fridge available. And we have a really nice collection.
It's true. We do have, I don't know, like we froze some Pro 400H.
Yes.
And I don't know why. Like,
it's good to have it
frozen. It's so precious to me.
It is precious. I don't see that we are just gonna use it for random stuff.
I don't see the reason to use it for anything. That's like, what is, like, I just want it to be back. Anyways, enough dwelling on the past. But yeah, I if you don't know, it was my favorite film. I love that film so much, and now it doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know if I'm ever going to shoot. I'm definitely not going to sell the ones that I have.
No,
I'm not
we are
interested in
not
that.
going to do hustling with that. No.
No, but yeah, I
But
should.
maybe for very, very special occasions. I don't know.
All right.
Like, I don't know, something. One day we want to really shoot the wedding of someone with very beautiful film photos. Then the Pro 400H will be very nice.
I don't know about that. We will see. But yeah, that was the only question this week. Yes, and you should too. If you don't, it's really fun and easy to do it at home.
It's really cool. Like, it really makes me feel connected with the photography process.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not easy, but it's not as hard as you think. And the hardest part about it is not what you think is the hardest part about it. It's not the development. It's the process. It's the post-processing. It's
definitely
because when you send your photos to the lab, they send you back the photos, and you look at them, and you get what you get. I met a friend, not a friend. Well, I have a new friend that I met the other day in a photo store. She's really young. She just started doing film photography. She got a camera from her grandma. She started shooting, and she sends her photos to the lab basically. And she doesn't do any. I was talking to her today. I asked if she gets JPEG